done dropped guys in sparring.
That was my next question.
I done been dropped in sparring once by a guy.
Women want to be the boss, and they're upset about being a boss. That's the thing. Like you shouldn't be upset about things that should make you happy. Like a man boss is not an unhappy guy. We want to be the boss.
The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing, we can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same.
I've never been KO'd in 17 years, and I've been dropped 2 times, all in a week of each other. I have no shame in that. But for a male fighter to literally take the padding out of his gloves, he's a punk. Him and his coach, Derek Santos, are bad for the sport.
Now, here's the thing about taking your gloves, your padding out of your gloves. If you take your padding out of your glove, you not only will never box again, you will never spar again. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA. Bam. Oh, man, look at that. I'm talking about straight bam. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Bam.
I done dropped guys in sparring.
That was my next question.
I done been dropped in sparring once by a guy.
He got you to the body or what?
Nah, I ain't never been dropped to the body. No, I ain't no fucking punk. I got caught. No, but the guy I sparred, he was like a little Russian hater. He took the padding out of his gloves. I had whooped his ass on a Monday, and his coach wanted to spar again on Thursday. But he caught me, but he didn't have no padding in his gloves. He know exactly who he is.
Damn.
Exactly.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. So it get kind of serious when you sparring against these guys and you embarrassing them. So where they gotta take the padding out their gloves. And this happened to me 2018, right before I fought against Hannah Gabriel the first time.
What happened to him before he left the gym? Did you guys find that out before he left the gym?
Yeah, 100%. I sparred. So whenever I spar against 2 different guys. So I sparred 4 rounds with him. I think he dropped me in the 4th. Then I sparred 4 more rounds with another guy. And then he got out. Then the guy who dropped me, he stayed in and he boxed against the other guy I sparred. So the other guy I sparred, Harold. I done dropped guys in sparring. Harold can tell you the guy's name. He sparred against him. And it was like 2nd round, and he was like, bro, you wasn't hitting like that on Monday because we all worked on Monday. So after they got done sparring, I walked up to him and I was just like, hey man, thanks for the work. And I felt this glove and I'm like, oh shit. I called Coach John, I said, come here. Took the gloves off, I held them, and then his coach I snapped up and said, no. I said, what the fuck are these? And then like the little dude was acting like he didn't speak English no more. And then his coach was like, I had got these gloves from Roberto Duran, these were his. I said, who the fuck wears this kind of gloves in sparring? There's no padding in here. So I ran up to my car to get my knife, and by the time I came back in there, Coach John was grabbing me because I was about to cut the coach. Because the coach said he gave him the gloves, so I'm about to cut you. Because he done dropped me, and like I said, this is 2018. I'm a changed woman now, but every time I see that coach, I'd be like, what? I'll cut your ass up.
Claressa, just back to Bud for a second.
Harold can tell you the guy's name.
That's the guy right there, man. Look, 6-1, 2 KOs, and he got knocked out once. That's his record.
Women want to be the boss, and they're upset about being a boss. That's the thing. Like you shouldn't be upset about things that should make you happy. Like a man boss is not an unhappy guy. We want to be the boss. A man without a girl who's got a lot of girls is not unhappy, but a woman that has no man but got a lot of men isn't happy.
The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing, we can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where it all gets fucked up. We try to pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever.
It doesn't matter who you are as a woman, physically, in any sport, you will get handled. The National Swim Federation has banned transgender athletes from competing against women. Why?
because they got tired of those. But they was getting the floor mopped. They were mopping the floor every time. No competition. They were coming through like Michael Phelps every time because there is no competition. So for this woman to be talking about Keith Thurman, man, listen, Keith Thurman is a respected fighter. Keith Thurman has one loss. His only loss is to, I think, Manny Pacquiao. He's been a champion, may still have a belt. But when we're talking about, man, listen, bro, Keith Thurman is not a journeyman. Keith Thurman is a respected fighter. And so for her to say, hey, I'm on, Keith Thurman, man, that dude just caught her flush with he caught her flush with a shot. And she went down. But listen, I don't blame her for going down. She's a woman. She was supposed to go down. She was in the ring sparring with a guy. The word is she was in there running her mouth doing a whole bunch of talking and yapping. And the dude, she was, leaning on him and kneeing him and doing all that. Then before you know it, man, he finally just got tired, got fed up with her mouth, man, and said, hey, listen, you better remember your place. And that's where we're going to take this show today. So, Proverbs 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Clamorous is loud, rambunctious, like we just saw. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. Proverbs 11, 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman, which is without discretion. So a beautiful woman with no discretion, which means she has no guidance. She has no leadership. She has no man in her life to tell her the difference in right and wrong, to hold her accountable for things. It's better to pull a diamond out of a pig face. Proverbs 21, verse 9. It is better to dwell in the corner of the rooftop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. And to reiterate that, Proverbs 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. So what we're going to talk about today is the contentious and angry woman. The clamorous woman who is simple and she knows nothing. When you look out into this society, you have to understand that there is no probability, no possibility, no likelihood of you finding a true feminine woman. Not because of just the way they were born, but because they are born into a society that perpetuates this. You can say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Now, if Keith Thurman even came out and said, girl, I will knock you flat, I'll knock you out, media would have been all over him. They would try to ban him from the sport just for those words. See, here's what you got to understand, man. You can't meet a woman who's going to be loyal to you because she's loyal to her own ambitions. Here's a woman who has fought nothing but women her whole life, and because she spars with some men and they give her a pass and they don't go that hard on her and they don't try to really put hands on her, they try to help her learn and get better. What does she do? She lets it go to her head. So because she sparred with some sparring partners and she truly believed that she can beat Keith Thurman. Bruh, come on, man. If she can beat Keith Thurman, then she believes she can beat all of the fighters that Keith Thurman has already done away with. I want you to think about these things. We're not talking about something that can't be proven or something that's not known, like it's a 50-50 chance. We're talking about something that cannot happen at all. So what I tell you, you give a woman an inch, she want 2. You give her 2, she want 3. You give her 3, she want a mile. You give her a driver's license, she want to fly the space shuttle. Many things in this society are true, but the one false thing I will tell you is that you can get loyalty and dedication from an Americanized woman. Because you can't. It's not available for you. It's not now. It never has been. It never will be. So you got to think about it. A lot of times you're dealing with a woman who has an absent father or a simp dad who was present, and Both of those are terrible. Actually, the simp dad being present is worse than just not having a father around anyway, because the simp dad actually ingrains the ideology of the superiority of the woman into her brain. So she comes out of the home believing that she's superior. This is a superiority complex in a position where she should accept her inferiority. And so when you think about it, you look at it and you ask yourself, okay, but why does it take so much humbling for a woman to realize that this is the reality? And if you see, she still wasn't humbled. This didn't humble her. This simply showed her that, you know what? There's a reason that man over there was able to put me down. That don't matter. I can still be Keith Thurman. That's her mindset. Let me tell y'all something, man. As you just heard. And now here's a woman that's just in the sport of boxing. But think about the career woman. Think about, there's even a woman who doesn't have a career. She just got a job. You got to think about what this society has done to a woman's psyche. She would rather compete against you in a situation she can't win in than to be the star of your championship squad, or to come represent you in a way that will take her even farther than she could take herself. She would rather reach level 5 on her own than to join you on level 8. She would rather say, I'm on level 5, but I got here all by myself, than to join you on level 8. And then expect you to come back down to level 5 and give her an opportunity to get your level. That's why the term narcissist is thrown around so much at you and I. And let me tell y'all something, man, and this is real talk. I truly believe this. Any woman who calls you a narcissist is a narcissist. I truly believe that. She knows what it is. She embodies it. She identifies with it. And so she throws it out there to you because, people want to be around like-minded people. And so if you say anything that's contrary to being about her or motivating her or promoting her, then you're a narcissist. But when you think about it, when you meet a woman, most times everything on her mind is about her. So that's why I tell you, man, just forget all about that. Just focus on getting your money. That's really all you can do. You can just focus on getting your money, building yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and putting yourself in the best position, not just so you can get a woman, but so you can put yourself in the best position in life. So whatever you decide to do with your life, you can do it. Wherever you decide to go in your life, you can go there. If you want to relocate, if you want to do whatever, you do everything. Because here's the thing, man, when you get to competing with a woman, you're competing with her to be a woman, because she can't compete with you to be a man. She can't compete with that. And so, if Keith Thurman take the fight, he almost got to let her win. You know what I'm saying? Like, this society is not ready on a large mass scale to see a professional sports organization allow a man to get into the ring and pummel a woman the way Keith Thurman would pummel Claressa Shields. No, nobody's ready. I don't even want to see that. You don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. We don't want to see that. I do not want to see Keith Thurman do what we all know he will do in the ring with Claressa Shields. But she wants it. You know why? Because she truly believes she is greater than she is. You think